Hello, Longboarding Mom here. I have something serious I want to talk to you about. I have a question, and I don't want to be considered racist because I don't really understand this issue very much. Um, my boss at work keeps saying that I have white privilege, and I kind of get offended by it. He is Hispanic, and I am white, so I'm not understanding because I feel like him and I are this bleed the same color. We have the same bone structure. I mean, yeah, he's a little shorter than I am, but I don't see color there and stuff, and so it offends me a little bit. And I want to tell you a little bit of a story um, about me and what happened to me when I was 15. And then I'm also going to read something that I found on Facebook again, and share, type, copy and share post thing. So my story, and this is a recollection of a long time ago. I'm 42 now, and this happened when I was 15. I moved out on my own. I lived with my boyfriend, and we moved down to California uh, to live with his mom for a while. She was going to help us out, get our own place and stuff. And so we moved in with her and her husband. And at the time, we didn't know it. They were having issues and stuff, and so they were separating. So we moved out and got our own place with his mom. And one day, we went to her work to uh, pick up the car and go get gas in it. And so we show up at her salon. She's a hairdresser. And we grab the car, and we're driving 2 blocks up the road to get gas. And we get on the road, turn the corner, and there's a cop behind us, and he's got his lights on, and we're like, oh, what did we do wrong? Did we forget to signal or something? And so we pull over, and 2 cops get out and draw their guns on us. And I'm freaking out. I'm 15. I'm young. Never been pulled over like that before. And they start yelling at us to turn off the car and throw the keys out the ignition. So we turned off the car, threw the keys out of the ignition. Mind you, we're in California. It's over 100 degrees weather, and the windows are up, and we had AC on. So now, how am I supposed to throw the windows out? And I'm the passenger, and they want us to throw it out the passenger window. So I'm freaking out, going, Josh, what do we do? What do we do? I can't throw these keys out the window. The window's not rolled down and stuff. And so he's like, well, they're still yelling at us. There's still guns drawn at our heads, and they want us to throw the keys out. So I open up the door really fast and throw the keys out and close the door. And I'm scared because now I have opened the door. They didn't tell me to open the door, so I'm like, what's going to happen and stuff. And so, that's finally taken care of. They still got the guns drawn at our heads, and they're still yelling at us now to get out of the car. And I'm to exit first, the passenger, get out of the car. And I got to put my hands up, turn to my left, and I accidentally turned to the right. And they screamed at me because I turned the wrong way. And so I'm scared, crying at that point. And I turn the right way. They get me handcuffed, and still I'm not sure what's going on at that point. Why are we being pulled over and handcuffed and everything? And finally he's like, the car had been reported stolen. And so they handcuff us and put us in the back of the car, and we told them, this car's not been stolen. It's his mom's car, and we're getting gas in it, and we just left. You guys saw us. We saw you sitting in the parking lot over there. You saw us leave. They were literally sitting there, but we didn't think anything of it. And so basically they're waiting for somebody to get in that car and leave. And so we did, and we were the ones that got arrested. Not really arrested. I'm not sure exactly what had happened at that point. Like I said, it's been a long time, but I do remember being really scared, and they had their guns drawn at our head. And what happens if I move wrong or anything. When they did put me in the back of the police car and stuff, they took us back to his mom's shop to verify the story and find out what was going on and stuff. Well, they left us handcuffed in the back of the car for over an hour, 100-degree weather, no AC, windows rolled up. And I just remember it being hot. The windows started fogging up. I've never seen windows fog up in the daytime. And I was really scared for my life. Now, if I was white privileged, I don't think that they would have treated me like that. Come to find out, her husband, ex-husband, knew all the cops in that town and judges and everything. And so what he had done was called in the cops and told them that we stole the car. They took us over to her shop, and while we were, the cops were talking to his mom. The guy came over, Joe came over and took his car back. So everything was done illegally, but you know what? That man that she was married to was a Hispanic man. So I didn't see any color then, and I still don't see any color. I was just as afraid as I believe anybody else would have been in that situation. I think that we handled it the best that we could. We followed the directions, I guess, the best that I could, because, there was something says like, you freak out, and you turn the wrong direction, and the cops, I don't know. Some cops shouldn't be cops. That's all I gotta say. So, that was my story when I was 15, and I know a lot of people have been treated the same way. White people, orange, black, yellow, green, rainbow colored people. We're all afraid of the cops. We all have that same feeling. Now, the white privilege thing, I don't understand that, and I've got something that I want to read to you. And guess what, guys? I just found out that I need glasses. These aren't my glasses that I've gotten, so, but I'm going to put them on so I can read this to you. So by next week, I should have my cutesy little glasses, and I have to wear them all the time. So, let me see. Now, I want to remind you, I found this on Facebook. I want to understand more, so please don't call me names. Please don't think that I'm a racist because of what I'm going to read to you. A lot of people feel this way, and maybe if we understood a little bit more, I don't know how to ask this without name calling, I guess. Give me your view and your side, okay? So I'm going to read this, and then you guys can tell me what you think, okay? So, I have often wondered why whites are racist and no other race is. Someone finally said it. How many are actually paying attention to this? There are African Americans, Mexican Americans, Asian Americans, Arab Americans, etc. And then there are just Americans. You pass me on the street, sneer in my direction, you call me white boy, cracker, honky, whitey, caveman, and that's okay. You say that whites commit a lot of violence against you. So why are the ghettos the most dangerous place to live? You have the United Negro College Fund. You have Martin Luther King Day. You have Black History Month. You have Caesar Chazev Day. And I'm sorry if I pronounce any of these names wrong. Very, very sorry. You have Yom HaShoah. You have Mahalab al-Nabi. You have the NAACP. You had BET. If we had WET, white entertainment, television, we'd be racist. If we had White Pride Day, we'd be racist. If we had any organization for only whites to advance our lives, we'd be racist. If we had a Hispanic, we have a Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, a Black Chamber of Commerce, and then we just have the plain Chamber of Commerce. Wonder who pays for it. A white woman could not be in the Miss Black American pageant, but any color can be in the Miss America pageant. If we had a college fund that only gave white students scholarships, you know we'd be racist. There are over 60 openly proclaimed black colleges in the U.S. Yet if there were white colleges, that would be a racist college. In the Million Man March, you believed that you were marching for your race and rights. If we marched for our race and rights, you would call us racist. You are proud to be black, brown, yellow, and orange, and you're not afraid to announce it. But when we announce our white pride, you call us racist. You rob us, carjack us, and shoot us. But when a white officer shoots a black gang member or beats up a black drug dealer running from the law and posing a threat to society, you call him a racist. I am proud, but you call me a racist. Why is that only whites can be racist? So in fact, while you have all of your race pride groups, colleges, awards, days, and months, you are actually being racist yourself against whites. There is nothing improper about this post. And then it says, let's see which of you are proud enough to send it on. I sadly don't think many will. That's why we've lost most of our rights in this country. We won't stand up for ourselves. We need to be proud of who we are. It's not a crime yet, but getting very close. Why can't we be proud of who we are and not let race be the divider? So I think there are a lot of good points in there. I'm not racist. I don't want to say that I believe in all of that. But some of it I really do. I've always wondered, why is there BAT on television? Why is that okay? Why do we have Black History Month, the whole month? And is that to educate us, educate everyone? Maybe we need to do things differently. We need to reevaluate everything. If we're going to be equal, eliminate all of those and start over. And then we can say, okay, now we're all equal. We're all going to get the same rights. You get this, you get this, you get this, you get this. We all get it. And I think that's what they're wanting. They're wanting to be treated equally. Equally meaning the same jobs, the same loans, the same I can't say the same I don't know how to say that. I read an article today, and I'm not done reading it, and it mentions about how there's not enough ethnicity in the grocery stores. Like when you go into a grocery store and there are all these different products and stuff, and they're all made for white people. And I see that. I've worked at a Dollar Tree before, so I've seen the difference between the products and stuff, and we did not have in any products for colored people. I think there was like one, maybe hair product or something, and that was it. And the manager, I was stalking this, and I'm like, oh, I've never seen this before. And she said, it's because in our area, we don't have that many people that need it. So the things that we need get shipped to our area. So if we had more ethnicity in our area, we would have a bigger, broader section of stuff for them. And that made sense to me. Why send stuff to an area if it's not going to sell? I can see it can be problemsome for some people, but you can always express that to your grocery store manager or wherever and say, hey, I'm going to be shopping here more often. Can you please order some of these products, and I will purchase them. Or, I can see how that can get frustrating. I've got sensitive skin. I've got sensitive things like smells and stuff. So there's things that I can only use, and when I find something I like it, and then they discontinue it. Is that the same thing? I don't know. So let me know what you feel about this video, how you feel. Give me some articles to read. I'm open to read articles that explain what you're trying to express to me and stuff. Like I said, I'm still in the middle of reading that article that a friend had sent to me, and she is a friend of my sister's, and so I mean, she's not a friend of mine, but she's a friend of my sister's. And she commented on my page, and I asked her, what do you mean? And so and she thought that she offended me, and it doesn't offend me. I am open to everything. I'm learn by reading and talking to people and getting their views and understandings and stuff. And I don't get it when you try to push your view on me, and when you keep harboring on that one fact and stuff, and you won't give me anything else to go with it, like an article or something that I can actually read for myself. Yes, I hear you, I see you, but I like to read it too, and find out where you're getting this information from. So please, 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 give me some comments, like my video or dislike my video. Like I said, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Pass this on, share, because open speech is going away right now. YouTube's not letting us post a lot of stuff. YouTube's censoring us, and so is Facebook. So we need to not let that happen, guys. We need to be able to express freedom of speech and express how we feel, and be able to share things. So I'll see you guys later. Hey, next video is going to be about my garden.